All right, and then Judge is number 2, which means Juan Soto number 1. Soto, in his first year in New York, gets that top spot. Jim, what are the expectations from you for Juan Soto this year?
Well, I picked him to be the MVP in the American League. I think he's one of those guys. He has a ton of swagger. He, I believe, is built for New York. His approach, he never really changes his approach, and he's finally in a hitter's park. You know, Washington wasn't a great hitter's park. He had some protection around there with Harper was there. He went to San Diego, and he had some protection around here, but it's really difficult to hit there in San Diego. I think here in this ballpark for left-handed hitters, and then with the protection of Judge and kind of Judge taking a lot of the pressure off of him to some degree. He's going to have his own pressure, but I think Judge being there is a huge help for him. I think he's going to have a big year as long as he doesn't get out of his overall approach, which he hardly ever does.
Yeah, and we've seen him succeed on the biggest stage in the postseason, obviously in 2019 as a young kid. But Todd, you've played in both the postseason and New York in the postseason. New York is a different animal. What type of challenges for a star player here, having all the pressures of New York, does Juan Soto face?
Look, I think that the biggest challenge he faces, look, he's such a great player, generational talent, all the things that we've heard about. He struggled when he first went to San Diego, and it took him a while to kind of get acclimated, new lineup, new place, new expectations. He's going to have those same new expectations on him here. And coming off a good spring, I think the only thing that he's going to have challenges with is getting off to a quick start, because you don't want to get off to a slow start in New York. Coming off a good spring, they have such high expectations. He's a key to their success this year. We've already talked about the loss of Garrett Cole, and something that he's going to feel like, okay, I'm a part of this as the winning guy, the winning combination. And if he gets off to a little bit of a slow start, we saw it with Francisco Lindor. That slow start can snowball when you're in New York, because the press has expectations, the fan have expectations, and then you put those expectations on yourself, and that's the only thing that I think he could have a little bit of a difficulty navigating early on in this season. Other than that, I think the talent's going to take over.
Yeah, I think it's a great point. I never, with a lot of guys, I think about it, oh man, New York first year. With him, I don't even think about it. However, a slow start can change everything, to your point. All right, Andy, how big is this for the Yankees to have both Soto and Judge in the same lineup?
It's potentially historic. It really is one of the more entertaining combos offensively that one could ever imagine. We've seen the heights of consistency and greatness that Judge has achieved. And to me, what Judge brings that's even more impactful than Soto, which we haven't raised in this particular discussion yet, is his defense. You have such an elite right fielder, an unbelievable arm, a guy who is nobody's ideal center fielder, but can play a very capable center field and will for a significant amount of time this year. Soto doesn't have those outfield tools. He's obviously a hitter of the ilk. He draws historical comps to people like Ted Williams, which is not bad. But Judge brings you that kind of offense and also truly elite defense, a real two-way player. So it's always fun to watch Judge play on both sides of the ball. Luis Rojas, the outfield coach for the Yankees, is working with Soto on being a little bit more confident, a little bit more swaggy, for lack of a better term, in his defense, hoping that brings out his natural athleticism a little bit more than it has in the past. So it's a really special combo at the plate, obviously, and then Judge brings that defensive impact too, which is very real.